Hello, welcome to Statecraft IAS and Social Perspective Sociology in Newspaper series. In this series, we shall discuss daily news articles in sociological perspective and revise relevant sociology related UPSC mains concepts with the help of a newspaper on daily basis. In today's video, we have an article saying earmark more space for children, creches, diaper changing stations. Child Rights Body sends suggestions on MPD 2041 to DDA. Now, without going into the contents of the article, if we try to link this particular article to our sociology syllabus, this can be linked to Karl Marx class struggle. Here Karl Marx divides society into two classes often. One is have class and the other one is have not class. Now if we also try to divide our society in terms of gender, we can place men under have class and women under have not class, because men always enjoy all the social capital and all the social contacts, economic, and they get hold of economy also, family economy, and whatever they want to do they can, because they have means of production, the means of family production in their hands. Because if they want to go out and get educated, they can. If they want to go out and get employed in some particular firm or far off company from home, they can. But women cannot do so. Even if they want to do so, they don't have particular facilities for them which allow them to do so, because if women want to go out and work, especially after marriage, they need creches, they need diaper changing stations, they need availability of sanitary pads, they need feeding rooms. As all these are not available in every company or in every firm or in every workplace, we can say that women are being deprived of opportunity because of lack of these facilities. So with that deprival of opportunity, women are being exploited in Karl Marx perspective. Deprival of opportunity, women are being exploited. So this Karl Marx says as exploitation, and to get rid of this exploitation, what Karl Marx suggests as solution is revolution. But this particular Karl Marx revolution does not fit into every situation, because Karl Marx has suggested revolution in the context of industrial setup, where he urged working class to go into revolution against the bourgeois class and capture power. But here if we see, we are taking men and women as have and have not class. If women try to get into revolution against men, they will have to take the position of men. Then what men will do? They will obviously take the position of women again. They will have to. Let us consider a hypothetical situation. That means even here we are not creating a just society or egalitarian society, because we are just changing their gender roles from men to women and women to men. Even that is not justified society. So Karl Marx solution of revolution does not fit well here. Then what we can do is, Durkheim has suggested a solution to exploitation as institutional measures. While criticizing Karl Marx, Durkheim says revolution is not the solution in every situation. Institutional measures will come handy. Then now what those institutional measures are? Nothing but this: creches, diaper changing stations, sanitary pads, feeding rooms, grievance redressal mechanisms, giving them incentives, dole outs, those who are underprivileged, etc. And encouraging them for more participation is nothing but right sort of institutional measures that Durkheim has suggested. If we follow those particular institutional measures, and if we follow that path, we can ensure solidarity in the society as per Durkheim. And obviously social conflict or class conflict can be avoided. Here obviously these are not two classes, but these are two genders. We are just trying to draw parallels between Karl Marx class conflict and this particular situation to just analyze the situation and to analyze the article. Now going into the contents of the article, the Delhi Commission for Protection of Child Rights has submitted its suggestions on the Master Plan 2041 to the Delhi Development Authority, including earmarking more spaces for children, more creches to enable women to join the workforce. See, more creches will obviously enable women to join the workforce. Reconsider land norms for educational institutes and diaper changing stations in men's toilets. The government should build infrastructure which would facilitate change in people's mindset in terms of gender roles. See, this gender roles is something which Talcott Parsons has talked about. He says, Talcott Parsons says, every individual has a status in society, has some status in society, and based on that status each individual plays some role. Now society will have some expectations upon that particular role of the individual. In this particular society's expectations, Talcott Parsons terms as nothing but value orientation. Talcott Parsons, while talking about social action, he says that every social action is driven by both motivational orientation and value orientation. Motivational orientation is something internal to the individual, driven by his personal interest, his personal judgments, and his personal evaluative capabilities. Whereas value orientation is something expected by the society. This is external about the individual. This society's expectations are built by his role in the society. Now, greater the expectations, greater strain in the society. This strain is nothing but, Talcott Parsons says, that dilemma to whether to act in this manner or that manner. This Talcott Parsons says as strain, and this strain is directly proportional to expectations. Greater the expectations, greater the strain. We can take examples of our personal lives also. If we have been studying very well from childhood, now obviously society's expectations on us also will be very high, that we'll be cracking civil services, or we'll be becoming very big doctor, or we'll be going into army or something like that, if we study well. Now if you are not studying well from childhood, obviously society's expectations also would not be very high. So expectations are dependent on social actions, and this expectation brings more strain upon ourselves. See, because of that expectation we get into more strain, because we take more pressure, and we get into dilemma to do every action. Now if some individual, say some teenager, has some good status in society and his role is very high, that means society's expectations or society's impression upon that particular teenager is very high, let us say. Now if he wants to go to some cinema, or if he wants to go to some pub, he will think twice, because he has his society's impression upon him is very good, so he does not want to change that. That Talcott Parsons says as value orientation. Now in this particular article also, the committee, this particular child protection group, tries to change that value orientation, because it is trying to change the mindset of people upon the gender roles. On gender roles, that means society's expectations on particular genders. If these society's expectations are changed, then value orientation can be altered, and women will be encouraged to participate, because hitherto even women have motivational orientation. That means hitherto even women want to come out of their homes and want to get employed, or want to get participated in the mainstream economy. That means motivational orientation is there, even though they are not able to do so, because value orientation is lacking. That means society's expectation upon women is not in sync with their interest. Society is always expecting women to get confined behind four walls and to look after domestic chores. Now if these particular facilities or institutional measures, as Durkheim suggested, have been provided, then that particular mindset of people can be changed upon gender roles, and that value orientation will automatically come to women. In that sense, women will participate in the mainstream economy from now on, says this article in Social Perspective. Toilets in some public places should have diaper changing facilities, but not in women's toilets only. It is time men change their children's diapers. Master plan must account for it. See, here again it is trying to alter gender roles. Not just women will have to look after their children, also men should look after their children. Facilities such as creches are key enablers for women to join the workforce. See, this is what we have discussed till now. So by altering the gender roles or society's expectations and by taking institutional measures as Durkheim has suggested, this committee is trying to bring some social change in the society. Moving on to the next article. Here this article talks about medals, Olympic medals. It says the size of the economy is strongly linked to a country's performance at the Olympic Games. Size of the economy. In general, the bigger the size of a country's economy, the more the medals. On the other hand, factors such as population size and the Human Development Index have little bearing on a nation's performance in the Olympics. See, we often tend to think that India has such huge population, even then India is not able to gain more or win more medals in Olympics because many people think that politics is not rightly encouraging. Politics are often concerned about caste, etc. They are not providing enough facilities, or society is lacking. Society is not sending their children to Olympics, or India का किस्मत यही है. It is India's fate. India cannot win many medals, even it has all it needs, even it has all it requires. Even then India cannot win. We often tend to think like that, but the actual condition is that the size of the economy is playing major role, because greater the size of the economy, more than medals. This is what Karl Marx called as economic determinism. This is classical example of Karl Marx economic determinism. Karl Marx in his economic determinism says there are two structures. One is economic base structure, and the other one is socio-political superstructure. Now, whatever that is required for production or means of production in an economy comes under economic base structure, and whatever that does not have any role in kinds of production in the economy, that all that comes under socio-political superstructure. Now Karl Marx says it is economic base structure which determines socio-political superstructure. Now here also see, size of the economy is determining the number of Olympic medals. Economy has direct bearing on number of Olympic medals. This particular example can be quoted in our exams. It suits well to our current affairs topics, which is something in news, and it suits to our social examples also. So this is a classical example of Karl Marx economic determinism. See here the comparisons have been shown. Population comparison, medals per 1 crore people, and total medals US and China are leading. Economy size also US and China are leading in proportion to their size of economy. Income levels also, if you see, US and China have more income levels. HDI comparison, if you see Ethiopia has higher HDI, even then it has lower medals. See, that means HDI has very little to do with number of medals. So this is a classical example of economic determinism in our social perspective. Hence, that's all we have for today. If you like the content, please like, share and subscribe to Statecraft IAS. If you have any comments or criticisms, or if you have anything to say, please comment and let me know in the comment section. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.